Dear students, this is 11th Zoology video class, Chapter 3, Part 2. Chapter 3, Part 2, Tissue Level of Organization. Tissue Level of Organization. Last video class, we have seen classifications of animal tissue. Animal tissues are classified into 4: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and neural tissue. Then we have started epithelial tissues are classified into simple tissue, compound epithelial tissue. Then simple epithelial tissues are classified into 5. That is squamous epithelial tissue, cuboidal epithelial tissue, then columnar epithelial tissue, ciliated epithelial tissue, pseudostratified epithelial tissue. So we have started epithelial tissue, and in that epithelial tissue we have completed squamous epithelial tissue. We have completed squamous epithelial tissues. Here, this is what the information we have seen in the last class. The squamous epithelium is made up of single thin layer. So squamous epithelium is a type of tissues. It is made up of single thin layer. The cell is flattened with irregular boundaries. Squamous epithelium is one single thin layer and flattened cells with irregular boundaries. They found kidney glomeruli. In kidney, there is one parts that parts we call as a glomeruli that presents in the anterior regions of nephron. In that glomeruli, the squamous epithelium cells are present. Then air sacs of lungs, the squamous epithelium are present. Lining of heart, blood vessels, lymphatic vessels, and are involved the functions like forming a diffusions boundary and filtration sites where protection is not important. Your filtration site is very important one, where the protection is not important one in this area, because the whatever the waste are there in a blood, this epithelial tissue they helpful in glomeruli and they use for filtrations of the waste. Next tissue is the one cuboidal epithelium tissue. Next tissue is the one cuboidal epithelial tissue. Cuboidal epithelial tissues. It's a cube-like cells. This is also single layer cube-like cells. These tissues commonly found in kidney tubules. So there we have seen here squamous epithelial they have found the kidney glomeruli, but cuboidal epithelial cells also single layer cube-like structures they found in kidney tubules. What is kidney tubules? If you take structure of nephron, you can find tubules after the glomeruli, proximal convoluted tubules, loop of Henle, then distal convoluted tubules. All these things we call as a tubule. In this area, the cuboidal epithelium tissues are present. Ducts and secretory portions of small glands and surface of the ovary. In this area, in these parts, the cuboidal epithelium tissues are present. The main functions is the one secretions and absorptions. The tubules they secrete as well as they absorb the waste. Okay, the next topic is the one, next tissue is the one columnar epithelium tissue. Columnar epithelium tissue. Here this is also composed of single layer. This is also composed of single layer. I'll show you that diagram here. Here. Columnar epithelial tissue. Yeah, this is what the Simple columnar epithelial tissue. This is the structure of simple columnar epithelium. It is composed of single layer of tall cells. If you can find a single layer of tall cells, and so this is the structure of the columnar cells. You can find the tall cells with the rounded one. The tall cells with the round and oval body. So here, this is what the tall cells. Can you find? So here, these are the cells or tall cells, and you can find at the base one oval nuclei at the base here. These are the nuclei. So here, these are the tall nuclei, and this structure under all nuclei, and here also the base also they have nuclei. So these are all called as a nuclear structure. These are all called as a nuclei structure. Okay, and here after the nuclear structure, the base, it lines the digestive tract from stomach to rectum. It lines the digestive tract from stomach to rectum. So this columnar epithelium cell, they presents from stomach to rectum. The two modifications of this lining are presence of microvilli on the apical surface. On the apical surface, here what they say here, two changes will be taking place in this one. That's a modification, means slight change which occurs in the lining of this columnar epithelium cells. What are the two modification means? Microvilli are there. They are present in the apical surface of the absorptive cells. Okay, the microvilli are present in the small intestines. The microvilli is the one finger-like projections or hair-like projections which presents the small intestine. And the next, another type of modification is the one goblet cells, which secretes the protective lubricating mucus. The protective lubricating mucus. And so, what do you mean lubricating? Lubricating means somewhat slipping one. And these goblet cells are responsible to secretions of the mucus. Just underline important one word, they'll ask you. Important one word one. And the functions of this epithelium is the one absorptions, secretions of mucus, enzymes and other substances one. And other substances one. Okay. If the columnar cells bear cilia on the free surface, they are called as a ciliated epithelium. Ciliated epithelium one. If they have cilia like structures. Okay. If they have cilia like structures. Cilia, these are the cilia like structures. Here, cilia means a hair like this, they'll have cilia like structures. Like this, they'll have. If they have the cilia like structures on the free surface, they are called as a ciliated epithelium. If they have on the free surface, on the top also, they can have cilia like structures here, like this. That is, we call as a free ciliated types. That is, we call as a ciliated type. The propels a mucus by ciliary actions and lines the small bronchioles. The cilia also presents in the bronchioles. What is bronchioles? It's bronchiole presence in the airways, a trachea, and fallopian tubes and uterus. So in this area and all, the columnar epithelium cells are present. And what about non-ciliated type of this columnar epithelial cells? Ciliated means hair-like structures. Means non-ciliated means here we can find the non-ciliated. This is the one non-ciliated without cilia. They line most digestive tract as well as gallbladder and secretory ducts of glands they can find. Secretory ducts of glands they can find. The next muscles, next epithelial tissues is the one pseudo stratified ciliated epithelium. Pseudo stratified epithelium. So these cells are columnar but unequal in size. If you find here, this is an unequal one. It is a one unequal size. Okay, although the epithelium is a single layer, but yet it appears to be a multi-layered one. It appears to be multi-layered one. What is multi-layer one? Here, if you find this diagram, multi-layers will be there. Multi-layers will be there. I'll show you here. Okay, can you find a multi-layer? So these are all multi-layer. These are all, many layers are there. Many layers are there. So these are all called as a multi-layers. And these are all called as a multi-layers here. Can you all find these are all multi-layers? And because the nuclei lie at the different levels in different cells, nuclei presence in the different level at the different cells, hence it is also called as a pseudo-stratified. Pseudo means false here. The false epithelium may be present here. That is why it is called as a pseudo-stratified epithelium. And its functions are protections, secretions, and absorptions. Ciliated forms lines tracheae and upper respiratory tract. The non-ciliated forms the line epididymis and large duct of glands and tract of male urethra. And here some of the columnar or cuboidal cells get specialized for secretions and are called as a glandular epithelium. What do you mean by glandular? Glandular means secretions. Since they have secretion like structure, that is why it is called as a glandular one. They are mainly two types. One is unicellular and consisting of isolated glandular cells, that is because of goblet cells of alimentary canal, and multicellular consisting of cluster of cells. Unicellular means single cells. Okay. Whereas multicellular means they have cluster of cells. Cluster means group of cells. That is salivary glands. On the basis of the mode of pouring of the secretions, the glands are divided into two categories, namely endocrine and exocrine glands. Exocrines, we'll see what is exocrine glands. They secrete mucus, saliva, earwax, oil, milk, digestive enzymes, and other cell products they used to secrete. So these products are released here. These products are released here. I'll show you the topic what you are just going through now. Here, glandular cells, alimentary canals we have seen. Exocrine glands here. These are the glandular cells. The picture what you are seeing is the one glandular cells. Glandular means secretions. Glandular means secretions one. And they have two types of secretions, exocrine gland and endocrine gland. Exocrine gland and endocrine gland. Yeah, this is the glandular epithelium. Endocrine glands and exocrine glands. Endocrine glands, they secrete hormones. What is hormones? It's a type of chemical substance. And exocrine gland, they secrete enzymes. And here the exocrine glands are divided into two, unicellular and multicellular one. And multicellular, they divide into three based on structure, based on their secretory units, based on their mode of secretions. The based on structure of multicellulars, simple glands are there, compound glands are there. Based on the secretory units, tubular are there, alveolar, that is because acinus, and tubulo-alveolar are there. And based on the methods of secretions, merocrine, holocrine, apocrines are there. So these are the multicellular exocrine glands. Okay, just go through. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. And today we have completed. We have started what is glandular epithelium. We have given introductions of glandular epithelium. And so these are the diagram of the glandular epithelium. And we have completed pseudo-stratified epithelium. And different types of epithelium cells we have completed. Then compound epithelium. Okay. Then glandular epithelium, pseudo-stratified epithelium. So all these epitheliums we have completed. Just go through today itself. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Okay, bye. Take care.